here, and then we will go ahead and get started with Andrew Greif.
Hey, Ty, when Kawhi gets those 21 points in the third quarter, was there a point in that quarter where you just felt like whatever the plan was going in for the offense, it just scrap it, let's just give it to Kawhi, let him work?
Yeah, I thought the team did a good job of just recognizing that he had it going and kept running our double aways, and Kawhi was coming off a shot, and we ran our single pins. He came off a shot, and then it went under a few times, and he stopped back and made a couple of shots, and we needed every bit of it tonight.
What did you get a feel for how he felt late in that quarter, in the fourth quarter, when he fell down, kind of holding his knee? Did he feel?
I didn't get a chance to ask him after the game, but he finished the game, so I guess we'll see later. But I thought he felt pretty good afterwards.
Thanks.
We'll go over to Tomer.
Hey, Ty, congrats on the win. First of all, are you willing to start the Lou Williams Defensive Player of the Year campaign?
Man, we got to get it started right now. Right now. He's been unbelievable. I'm telling you, we said after the game tonight, but just his effort all year long has been great. I thought he's been doing a good job of fighting the post, doing a good job in his helps and shrinks. He's doing a good job of trying to guard one-on-one, and he's giving the effort, and that's all we can ask. And he's been great, all year long, and have no complaints with Lou Will on that side of the basketball.
You guys, you finished out with sort of a small ball lineup with Marcus at the 5. I'm curious, is that something you've been waiting to use? And what did you make of that 5-man lineup?
It was good for us. I think once Marcus gets in some better shape, I think it'd be really good for us. We're able to switch, 1 through 5. And tonight, with the way they shot the basketball and the way they moved the ball, it was a tough night for us. But we tried everything. We trapped them, we zoned them, we switched, we went under, we did everything. And they just had one of those nights. One of those days where they just shot the ball really well. So, but that small ball lineup is going to be something we'll use, going down the stretch.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tomer. We'll go over to Farbod.
Hey, Ty, was there a conversation you had with Lou about, what he had to do to get it going today, or did he just kind of figure that out himself when he kind of exploded the way he did today?
We had a talk last night. I just told him, defensively, he's been really solid all year. And I just said, offensively, he's been trying to do the right thing of moving the basketball. But I just told him, you just got to be yourself. Be who you are, who you've been the last 14, 15 years. And if you're scoring, we're going to keep you out there. And he said, say less. So that's their new lingo, say less. And tonight, he came out and had a great offensive performance.
Thanks, Farbod. We'll go over to Justin Russo.
Hey, Coach. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
It seems like one of the key adjustments you made for this game was kind of splitting up Luke Kennard and Lou Williams, being able to let each of them run with the starters for a little bit. Is that something that was kind of only for this game, or is it something you kind of foresee as doing in the future as well?
Well, we gave a 10-game sample size of how we wanted to play it, and with Lou, Luke, and Reggie, and we gave it a shot, and then the numbers came back. It wasn't as good as we need them to be. So I had conversations with all the guys last night, and talked to each guy individually, just told them what my mindset was and what my thinking was, and everybody was great with it. And so, Reggie, who's been playing good for us, I thought, he's had some good stretches. I had to talk to him last night about just staying ready and then just trying to stagger Lou and Luke as much as possible so we can always have at least 4 defenders on the floor at the same time. So tonight, it wasn't good because they were just making every shot, but I think going forward, I think it would be pretty good for us.
Thanks. Go over to Shane Young.
Hey, Ty, congrats on the win. I noticed in that third quarter, it seemed like, he had Serge playing a little bit more in a deep drop. And then that's when Zach, I think, hit a few threes and then the timeout come and then you adjusted. At this point, with the amount of threes that are being hoisted in the league, like, do you feel like drop coverage can still exist at a prominent level, or do you think it's going to be extinct?
I just think it depends on who's coming off those screens. Off the pick and roll. Like Zach LaVine, he's a tough shot maker. He's a guy Steph's one of the guys you got to be up on. But Zach is one of those guys. We just came into the game and just try to give him different looks. And like you said, we start off in a drop. He made a couple. We moved our guys up. He still made a couple. We switched. We blitzed. They hit the short roll. So tonight they just had it going offensively. And I'm just happy for our guys that we found a way to win it. But the drop defense is going to be hit or miss. It depends on who's coming off the screen.
Hey, Shane, we'll go over to Miriam.
Hey, Ty, congrats, man.
Thank you.
You mentioned Marcus. Clearly, he's not 100% yet, but kind of what do you make of his play so far? And also wondering if Kawhi has talked to you guys much about like not being able to breathe with the mask and how happy he might have been to lose that thing.
Well, it was. He hasn't said anything yet, but I think we say it's an extra defender. That's what we call it, the mask. We call it an extra defender. He was have to play through, but we took it out tonight. And he had a really good game. And with Marcus, I thought he did a good job. I think the first time, he was a little anxious, I think, offensively, but then, Chauncey had a good talk with him and just playing through the offense, he's going to get shots. And then he came back and made 3 threes for us. So we're going to get him going. He's going to get in better shape, and he's going to be a big weapon for us.
Thanks, man.
And Charlie Widows.
Hey, Ty, just following up on Kawhi there. He crossed 10,000 points today for his career. What can you say about how good he was in the third? He had a career high threes today, and how good was he today?
He was really good. I thought he played with great pace, with great force to get into the basket. His shot was really going tonight, so they kind of opened up the drives for him, which was really good. And at the end of the game, we gave him the game ball, and the guys, started clapping, just said congratulations on 10,000 points.
Thank you.
And we'll take one last follow-up from Andrew Greif. You can go ahead.
Hey, Ty, one more kind of lineup question. In that first quarter, it looked like you took Pat out fairly early, brought Luke in, and then paired up Pat's minutes with PG coming back in. Is that sort of staggering, the combinations of staggering Kawhi and PG and getting Pat and PG together early on? Is that something that we should expect going forward?
Yes, I just think trying to mix up the Lue and Luke combination. Going into, at the end of the first quarter, they'll probably play like a minute and a half together. We kind of overlap, and then we'll bring Pat Beverly back to start the second quarter. So that's a rotation that we, talked about as a staff and last night. And I talked to all the guys individually about my thinking. And tonight defensively it didn't really work out because they was hitting on all cylinders. But I think going forward it will be good for us, knowing that we have 4 defenders on the floor at a time.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. That's all the time we got for you.
All right, thank you.
Have a good day. Good. We'll go ahead and get started with Cam. You can go ahead, Cam.
Hey, Lou. Talk about your aggression, man, on the defensive side of the ball. Is that just being in the flow of the game, or is that something you focus on specifically this season? Elaborate on that for us.
Just a different system. I just have clarity what spots I'm supposed to be in, what my job is, and just trying not to be a liability while I'm on the floor with the other guys on the defensive end, and just trying to help out.
And when did you guys know that Kawhi hit his 10,000 point tonight? Is that at the end of the game? Somebody let you guys know during the game?
Yeah, it was. They did an announcement during the game.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Lou. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
We'll go to Ohm.
Hey, Lou, as someone who knows how hot, you've gotten hot many times. How hot was Kawhi in that third quarter when he scored like a career high 21 points? And how happy was he to be playing without that mask?
I'm sure he was happy, just being back to himself and not having to deal with the mask and how it affects how he plays or how he breathes or anything. But I'm sure it's a great feeling when you get in a zone like that. He put us on his back. Chicago was a young, scrappy team. They were in control of the game for, almost 3 quarters. And Kawhi decided that he was going to be more aggressive on the offensive end and was able to carry us to a tie ball game going into that fourth quarter. So I think that was the perfect timing when we needed him. Usually a lot of times we know him for his defensive abilities, but on the offensive end tonight, that's what carries.
Thank you.
Thanks. We'll go over to Kari Jones.
What's happening, Lou? Coach kind of joked around and said, he's ready to start the defensive year of the campaign for Lou Williams. Can you talk about just the conversations you had with him about, stepping up on defense?
It hadn't been a conversation. It's just what's expected. What's expected of all of us. Like I said, I think we have a game plan on the defensive end for guys like myself. Even Kawhi, PG, and Pat, It's just clarity about where we should be on the defensive end, at what times and what situations. And I understand that. That's something I've honed into, and so it's been working out for me so far.
Thanks. We'll go to Andrew Greif.
Hey, Lou, Ty was telling us about how last night when they looked at the sample size of the first 10 games and then they thought about what they wanted to change with the lineup, talked with you, talked with Reggie, talked with Luke. What about your talk with Ty last night, I guess, brought that clarity to you? And you said, say less when he told you just play like yourself. I guess how happy were to hear him say, just play like you always have?
Yeah, I was just trying to play within the system, trying to be a positive impact with the minutes that were allotted to me. I understand what the phase that I am in my career. I understand that the identity of this team has slightly changed with bringing Luke in, bringing Serge in. That makes us a deeper team. And usually I'm called upon to be a big scoring threat. The first 10 games, I think I was being more of a facilitator. Wasn't being as aggressive as I could be on the offensive end, and he told me he needed that to change and kind of go back to my old ways. And that's what's natural to me. So that's what I told him. Say less. I'll take care of the rest.
We'll go to Nick Hamilton.
Hey, Lou, congrats on the win. At what point did you find your rhythm where you really felt like things were starting to flow for you and really start to come your way in this game today?
They let me get left. Going left fadeaway. When I make that shot, that's like a layup to me. That's an energy play. That's equivalent to athletic guys getting a big dunk or the defensive-minded guys getting a stop, getting a big steal, allowing me to go left. That just creates energy. It creates confidence. And after that, I was just back. I was in my bag.
And we got time for one more. We'll go to Rashawn.
Hey, Luke. You got that steal at the under a minute to play, and you got the run out, and you got the layup, and you kind of had a big smile on your face. And when Chicago called that timeout, your teammates kind of greeted you. What was going through your mind during that time?
Yeah, it's gonna come a point in all of our careers where if you even get close to dunking the basketball, it's gonna be celebrated. And so I'm coming to the realization that's where I am in my career, that if I even get merely close to dunking a basketball, it's going to be a big deal. So I think my teammates were excited about that. And I was excited that they were excited. So.
Thanks. We'll have a great rest of your day.
All right.
Good. We'll go ahead and jump right in and get started with Tomer.
Hey, Paul, congrats on the win. First off, are you ready to start the Lou Williams Defensive Player of the Year campaign?
Absolutely. Lou was phenomenal tonight, or today, I should say.
And then just Ty closed with the 5-man lineup with Marcus at the 5, Batum at the 4. I guess just how excited was it for you to be out there with a lineup like that, where it's 5 shooters out there, 5 really good defenders as well. What does that do for you guys?
I love it. We have guys that could switch, guys that could spread the floor. It gives us a really two-way, lineup where we can kind of do a little bit of everything. It's untraditional, and I loved it. I think the more that we do get minutes together, the better we'll be. But I loved it. It was something different, and it's kind of hard to match up with that unit out there.
Thank you.
Thanks. We'll go over to Beth.
Hey, Paul, what changed for Kawhi in that third quarter where he was so explosive?
Kawhi is as smart as it get. He understood how they were guarding him, and he took advantage of it. He came off those pin downs, and he let it go. And he was hot, so we definitely kept finding him.
Thanks, Beth. We'll go over to Farbod.
Hey, PG, congrats on the win. In the third quarter, from a spectator's perspective, it's just kind of crazy. Kawhi is scoring 21 points, LaVine scoring 15. Both of them are hitting 5 threes. When you're a player in the game and you see a quarter like that happen, is this something where you're kind of in awe just seeing 2 guys go at it like that, or are you too locked in to notice that?
No, you notice both of them were hot. One end frustrated that we keep letting him get open looks or looks that he liked. But then on the other end, on our end, we was happy and excited that, Kawhi had it going and we wanted to keep finding them. So, it was obviously bittersweet to see one of our guys get hot, but, one of their guys is hot as well. It's basketball. This league is an amazing league. So many talented players. You're going to see that from time to time.
We got time for Miriam to ask one more question.
Hi, PG. Congrats on the win. Lou was saying that Ty talked to him and said, don't worry so much about facilitating and working within the system and just go out there and be Lou Williams. Did you sense that from him out there? Sort of him playing a little free?
Yeah, Lou, is he didn't win six man for being a passer. He's one of the best scorers to do it. So we want him to score. We need him to score and be Lou Williams. His scoring creates opportunities, for everyone. And he knows to make the right reads and what reads to find people. So I think he just go out there to score. Everything else will fall into place.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
PG. Have a great day. Hey, Kawhi, how you doing, sir? Oh, there we go. Perfect. We'll get started with Beth Harris.
How do I unmute? Hey, sorry.
Oh, now you're muted. Hold on 1 second, see if we can get you fixed.
Mute.
Beth, there you go.
Yeah,
Beth, you go.
yeah. Hey, Kawhi. How much difference did it make for you not having that mask on and not having to deal with that while you were playing today?
Just not not worrying about taking it on and off, during timeouts, things like that. That's it really, just those are the different adjustments, just having to put on the headgear, before you check in or when you're coming to a timeout.
Thanks.
Thanks, Beth. We'll go over to Andrew Greif.
Hey, Kawhi, obviously you kind of took that spill there in the fourth quarter, but you stayed in. Clearly you felt fine enough to play the rest of the game, but I guess, are there any lingering effects? Do you feel fine?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, we got 2 days off and I'll be ready on Wednesday.
And then Ty, he had a reputation when he got hired of a coach who would make adjustments on the fly, wasn't afraid to make adjustments. He told us how after they looked at the 10-game size of what the lineups were doing, they went away from some certain lineups. What can you say about the way Ty is as an adjuster, whether that's in-game making strategy adjustments or even throughout the season so far?
Just trying to figure a way out to, make us better, to make each and every player more comfortable, to make our unit stronger. Whatever five is out there, he's trying to find a way to, keep it balanced and keep us steady in order to, play overall great 48 minutes.
Thanks.
Thanks, Andrew. We'll go over to Ohm.
Hey, Kawhi, I was just wondering, with you reaching 10,000 points in your career, what does that mean to you, especially how hard you've worked to get to this point, coming from where you've come from? And did you know when you did score your 10,000 points?
No, I didn't. It's a stepping stone, but to be honest, I really don't care about it. I'm here in the league to just play basketball, play hard, and try to win games. And and the rest is just comes with it pretty much. That's my mindset on it.
Thanks.
We'll go over to Tomer.
Hey, Kawhi, congrats on the win. Along those lines, though, I know you remain focused during the season, but do you ever just sort of sit back and, I know during your career, reflect on your accomplishments, 10,000 career points, championships, finals MVPs?
No, not at all. you don't know what you're doing until you stop doing it. Got that. I'm still playing basketball. My eyes on the next day, next game, trying to just get better. Maybe when I retire, I'll sit back and look at the accomplishments. But right now, it's about being greedy and wanting more.
Well, what did you see out of that 5-man lineup that Ty threw out there at the end with Marcus at the 5 and Batum at the 4? Excuse me.
Just able to switch 1 through 5. Serge does it as well, but just getting us another wing out there, I think that helps. Just going down the line, making switches. Chicago put in a pretty unique lineup as well. I think I want to say Thaddeus Young was out there at the 5 at the time, and he's not your traditional 5. He could play off the wing, pass the ball, shoot it. And, guess T. Lue seen that and, went with that 5 that you said.
Thanks. We'll over to Kahari.
What's going on, Kawhi? You had 35 tonight. PG had 28. I know you had just mentioned that you like talking about right now. Can you just elaborate on what was y'all focus just coming on to this season, just after losing last year in a bubble?
Just being a better unit, trying to learn from our mistakes, what we didn't do right last year, and, just focused on the next day, the next game. That's all we could do. The time is now to get better, and we just want to just keep getting better.
And we'll take one last question from Rashawn.
Hey, Kawhi. As a team, are you more pleased with the fact that you're able to force 22 turnovers tonight and get 29 points off those, or more disappointed that they shot 60% from the field, and why?
They did a great job. Billy Donovan's doing a great job with that team over there. Zach LaVine's been great as leading the team. The rookie played well tonight. Williams, they shot the ball great. We were there on a lot of contests. Obviously, we don't want to give a team over 125 points, 130 points. I forgot what the final score was, but no, we don't want to do that every game. But like you said, we got out and made turnovers, made plays at the end of that game to push us over that lead. But we're not where we want to be. We want to get better. But you got to give Chicago credit. They played a great game. When you watch it, they was making a lot of shots when we were there.
Thanks, Kawhi. That's all we got for you.